Good morning. All right, well, we have a few things to do. Just got a call from the post office that our meat chicks are here. We are ready for them. I'm just gonna say that. But not knowing what day they would arrive, we didn't want the brooder to be all set up with everything before that, so that the water went bad and etc. So Andy and I checked our 2 heat lamps. The other one, he needs to fix some of the wiring on it. This one's fine. So we'll get the sawdust in. We'll hook up the lights because we have to move an electrical cord. And let's see what else. And we need to get their water together. And then we'll go get the chicks and bring them back and get them in the brooder. So let's go. Down here in the coop, we need to get the first take some of the stuff out and get the shavings in here, which are up there, and then get their bag of feed down and put it somewhere in here so that's more accessible. But we won't give them feed right away. You want to wait an hour or two. Since the chicks have traveled, they're a little stressed. The most important thing for them is that they have water, which you just saw me put together the water. For 1 gallon of water per the Well Tree catalog, you want a 1/4 cup of sugar in the water, and it just kind of replenishes them. When chicks are hatched, they have about 72 hours worth of nutrients, which is why it's important for them to get water as soon as you get them. And then you wait a few hours, like an hour to 2 hours, and then you give them food. So let's go ahead and get this set up so we can go get All right, that looks good for the amount of shavings. Now you want to make sure you get the thicker stuff. I don't know why sometimes there's so much thin stuff in here, because animals you're going to use this stuff for is not, they should not have that fine stuff in there, because chicks will eat it and then die. So I think they'll be okay. Excuse me. All right, we got this down. I need to go move the electric wire now. Hello? Can I help you? Ah, he brought the other one, okay. It is a madhouse in here right now. I suppose I should probably move this. You think this is too low?
No, it'll probably actually need to go a bit lower than that, but that's fine. You just let it there for now, and you can adjust it when I get in here. So just wait, let me get you this straight.
That's where I have it so far. Probably have to lower it a little bit. But now one thing that we're trying, hopefully you can hear me over Karen over there, is this one doesn't radiate any light. It just is supposed to be a heat bulb. And then this one is obviously a light heat bulb. We're gonna try this so that they get on a rhythm of day and night pretty early. If this works, we'll make both of them this kind of a bulb. But our hope is that by using both of those non-light emitting bulbs, is that they're just heat bulbs, and then they get used to day versus night really early on, so that they aren't eating all night and consuming too much food. So they get used to the rhythm. Because it'll be, what, 2-3 weeks before they're outside in the mobile coop 24/7. And at that 2 to 3 week mark, they can actually eat a lot overnight. Do I have enough shavings in here? It's a couple.
That should be fine for starters.
Back here?
Yep.
I put it out here. Can I come in?
Oh, not yet.
Please.
Can you give me one of the waters? Give me that one.
Can I come in?
Too high, I think. Huh? All right, it's ready in here. Let's go get those chicks. All right, so we're back in the brooder with the chicks. Waiting on a scissor so I can open it. So the first thing that we'll do is we will take the chicks out and dip their beak in the water so that they are aware of where the water is, because they're going to be thirsty. Then we'll just let them roam around for an hour or two and then we'll bring food out. Oh, it's gonna be a little high to start out with.
You like?
Can you count them as I get them out?
Yeah.
All right, here are the chicks. We have 63 and they all look really good. There's just one, this one, it just doesn't look like it dried very well on the top of the head. But other than that, they look good. So we'll let them keep drinking water and have an hour or two to just chill out before we bring them some food. It's been about 2 hours. Had to get my youngest started on for a nap. I had to get lunch together and do a couple things in the house. We're gonna go give the chicks some fresh water and feed them now. Can you guys hear them? All right, it looks like I need to lower the light.
Did you see? Probably
Oh,
the
there you go.
reminds of the incubator. They can't put stuff in their mouth. Sounds like, oh, it's eating it.
Well, they are all settled. they have food, they have more water. So for the first few days we check on them multiple times a day just to make sure they're all doing okay, that the temperature is fine, they have enough food and water. And then after that, we check on them a little less often. But we are going to switch them over to both of the heat lamps just being the lighted bulbs because they're putting off a little more heat right now. And it's a little colder here in Minnesota right now. It's in the low 40s, which is really, it's pretty cold for fresh chicks. Hopefully you enjoyed the brooder prep and getting the chicks with me. I hope you stick around and watch these chicks grow. We'll see you next time. Bye.